And welcome to the Celtics draft party featuring me, Jimmy Toscano, and Nick Gelso here from CLNS Media Network. The Celtics just took JAYSON Tatum, Duke's own JAYSON Tatum, at number 3. There wasn't a trade. There was no Porzingis. There was no Paul George yet. And there was no Jimmy Butler because he went somewhere else. So we're going to talk to you guys for a few minutes about Tatum, his fit with the Celtics, and whether or not he might still be here in an hour or so. And if so, your thoughts on Tatum joining the Celtics, newest player on the team.
Adds great to the team. I mean, he's got long arms. He's a 3. He could play small.
Big long arms guy.
Long armed guy like Kevin McHale. 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He rebounds. He could shoot. High arcing shot. Good for the C's. Right now they need shooting.
Exactly. I think you just nailed it. I mean, one of the things that just bothered everybody last season from a fan's perspective was when Isaiah Thomas wasn't on his game, the Celtics didn't have a consistent number 2 scorer. And I'm not saying Tatum's going to just come in out of nowhere and be a number 2 guy, but if they can mold him into that player over the next few years, it looks like he has that capability where he can score from all angles of the court. I mean, the three-point shot, it's got to do a little bit more work on that, but that's normal for a lot of rookies. It's a couple of things that they seem to improve on over the years is, the outside shooting and defense. So if you're saying, oh, the Celtics should have drafted Jackson, he's a better defender, well, give Tatum a chance because he's, with his build, and you mentioned his long arms, I mean, this is a 6'8" guy, and if you look at the way he's built, he's going to grow into that body even more, and he's going to be able to defend some of those big small forward types like a LeBron James. I'm not saying he's going to be a LeBron James stopper, but one of the hardest things about guarding LeBron James is finding a guy who can slow him down.
Not to mention also he can isolation play. He can play isolation basketball, but the Celtics really have not had that. So that's a plus 2. And then imagine Jaylen Brown and JAYSON Tatum.
Jaylen and Jason.
Come on, J&J, baby.
I like that. I think it was the right pick for the Celtics. It was a pick that if you asked me who I thought the Celtics were going to take, I said I think it's Tatum after they had traded the number 1 pick. Right. That's a whole nother story. We've kind of beat that one over the head, whether or not you agree with the Celtics trading the number 1 pick. If they held on to it tonight, would they have been able to flip it for somebody like Porzingis? I feel like they wouldn't have flipped it for Butler because, he went in a deal to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Chris Dunn, a pick, and Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine could be an all-star for years to come. It depends on how he recovers from those injuries. But a lot of people don't think that the Bulls maybe got enough in return for Jimmy Butler.